king had more affected the Duke of Albany than Cornwall.
Oh, it had always seemed so to us, but now in the division of the kingdom, it appears not which of the dukes he values most, for qualities are so weighed that curiosity in neither can make choice of either's moiety.
Is not this your son, my lord?
His breeding, sir, hath been at my charge. I've so often blushed to acknowledge him that now I'm brazen to it. You smell a fault?
I cannot wish the fault undone, the issue of it being so proper.
I have a son, sir, by order of law, who's some year elder than this, but yet no dearer in my account. Though this knave came something saucily into the world before he was sent for, yet was his mother fair, there was good sport at his making, and the whoreson must be acknowledged. Do you know this noble gentleman, Edmund?
No, my lord.
My lord of Kent, remember him hereafter as my honorable friend.
My services to your lordship.
I must love you and sue to know you better.
Sir, I shall study deserving.
He hath been away 9 years and shall away again. Ah, the king is coming.
Attend the lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester.
I shall, my lord.
Meantime, we shall express our darker purpose. Give us the map there. Know that we have divided in 3 our kingdom. It is our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths, while we, unburthened, crawl towards death. Our son of Cornwall, and you are no less loving son of Albany, we have this hour the constant will to publish our daughters several dowers, that future strife may be prevented now. The princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals to our youngest daughter's love, long in our court have made their amorous sojourn, and here are to be answered. Tell me, my daughters, which of you, shall we say, doth love us most? That we our largest bounty may extend, where nature doth with merit challenge. Goneril, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than word can wheel the matter. Dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty. Beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less than life, with grace, health, beauty, honor, as much as child ere love or father found. A love that makes breath poor and speech unable, beyond all manner of so much. I love you.
Of all these bounds, even from this line to this, we make thee lady. To thine and Albany's issues be this perpetual. What says our second daughter? Our dearest Regan, wife of Cornwall.
Made of that self-metal is my sister, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart I find she names my very deed of love. Only she comes too short. Did I profess myself an enemy to all other joys which the most precious square of sense possesses, and find I am alone felicitate in your dear highness's love.
To thee and thine hereditary ever remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that conferred on Goneril. And now, our joy, although our last and least, to whose young love the vines of France and milk of Burgundy strive to be interest, what can you say to draw a third, more opulent than your sisters? Speak.
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to my bond, no more nor less.
How? How, Cordelia? Mend your speech a little, lest it may mar your fortune.
Good, my lord. You have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as a right fit. Obey you, love you, and most honor you. I have my sisters' husbands if they say they love you all. Happily, when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my plight will carry half my love with him, half my care and duty. Sure, I shall never marry like my sisters to love my father all.
Goes thy heart with this?
Aye, my good lord.
So young, so tender.
So young, my lord, and true.
Let it be so. Thy truth then be thy dower. For by the sacred radiance of the sun, from whom we do exist or cease to be, I here disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity, and property of blood, and as a stranger to myself and me, hold thee from this forever. The barbarous Scythian shall to my bosom be as well neighbored as thou, my sometime daughter.
Good, my liege.
Peace can't come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her the most. Thought to set my rest on her kind nursery. Hence and avoid my sight. Call France. Who stirs? Call Burgundy. Cornwall and Albany. With my 2 daughters' dowers, digest the 3rd. Let pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest you jointly with my power. Ourself by monthly course, with reservation of 100 nights by you to be sustained, shall our abode make with you by due turn. Only we shall retain the name and all the addition to the king, the sway, revenue, execution of the rest, beloved sons, be yours, which to confirm this coronet part between you.
Royal Lear, whom I have ever honored as my king, loved as my father, as my master, followed.
The bow is bent and drawn. Make from the shaft.
Let it fall, rather, though the fork invade the region of my heart. Be can't unmannerly when Lear is mad. What wouldst thou do, old man? Thinkst thou that duty shall have dread to speak when power to flattery bows? Thy youngest daughter does not love thee least.
Kent, on thy life, no more.
My life I never held but as pawn to wage against thine enemies.
Out of my sight!
See better, Lear, let me still remain the true blank of thine eye.
Now, by Apollo!
Now by Apollo, king, thy swearest thy gods in vain.
Oh, vassal, miscreant!
Sir, forbear! Forbear! Revoke thy doom, or whilst I vent clamor from my throat, I tell thee thou dost evil.
Hear me, recreant. On thine allegiance, hear me. That thou hast sought to make us break our vows, which we durst never yet take thy reward. 5 days we do allot thee, to shield thee from provisions of the world, and on the 6th day to turn thy hated back upon our kingdom. On the 10th day following, thy banished trunk be found in our dominion. The moment is thy death. Away! By Jupiter, this shall not be revoked.
Fare thee well, king. Since thus thou wilt appear, freedom lives hence, and banishment is here. The gods to their dear shelter take thee, maid, that justly thinkst and hast most rightly said. And your large speeches may your deeds approve, that good effects may spring from words of love. Thus Canto princes bid you all adieu. He'll shape his old course in a country new.
His France and Burgundy, my noble lord.
My lord of Burgundy, we first attend towards you. What in the least will you require present dower with our daughter, or cease your quest of love?
Most royal majesty, I crave no more than hath your highness offered, nor will you tender less.
Right, noble Burgundy, when she was dear to us, we did hold her so. Sir, her price has fallen. There she stands. She's there and she's yours.
I know no answer.
Will you, with those infirmities she owes, unfriended, newly adopted to our hate, dowered with our curse, and strangered with our oath, take her or leave her?
Pardon me, royal sir, election makes not up in such conditions.
Then leave her, sir. For by the power that made me, I tell you all her wealth. For you, great king, avert your liking a more worthier way than upon a wretch whom nature is ashamed almost to acknowledge hers.
This is most strange, that she whom even but now was your object, balm of your age, should in this trice of time commit a thing so monstrous as to dismantle so many folds of favor? Surely her offense must be of an unnatural degree.
I yet beseech your majesty, if for I want that glib and oily art to speak and purpose not, that you make known it is no vicious blot, murder, or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonored step that hath deprived me of your grace and favor. Even for want of that for which I'm richer, still soliciting I and such a tongue, that I'm glad I have not, though not to have it hath lost me in your liking.
Better thou had not been born, than not to have pleased me better.
Is it but this? A tardiness in nature which often leaves the history unspoke that it intends to do? My lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Will you have her? She is herself a dowry. Royal King, give but that portion which yourself proposed, and here I take Cordelia by the hand, Duchess of Burgundy.
Nothing. I have sworn. I am firm.
I am sorry, then you have so lost a father that you must lose a husband.
Peace be with Burgundy. Since that respect and fortunes are his love, I shall not be his wife.
My fairest Cordelia, thou art most rich being poor, most choice forsaken and most love despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon, be it lawful I take up what is cast away. Gods, 'tis strange that from their cold's neglect my love should kindle to an inflamed respect. Thy dowerless daughter, King, thrown to my chance, as queen of us, of ours, and of our fair France.
Thou hast her, France. Let her be thine, for we have no such daughter, nor shall ever see that face of hers again. Therefore be gone. Without our love, our grace, our benison. Come, noble Burgundy.
Bid farewell to your sisters.
Jewels of our father, with washed eyes Cordelia leaves you. I know you what you are, and like a sister am most loath to call your faults as they are named. Love well our father.
Prescribe not us our duty.
Let your study be to content your lord, who hath received you at fortune's alms. You have obedience scanted, and well are worth the want that you have wanted.
Time shall unfold what plighted cunning hides.
Come, my fair Cordelia.
Sister, it is not little I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence
That's
tonight.
most certain, and with you next month with us.
You see how full of changes his age is. He always loved our sister
'Tis
most.
the infirmity of his age, yet he hath ever but slenderly known himself.
The best and soundest of his time hath been but rash, and now must me look to his age to receive that unruly waywardness that infirm and choleric years doth bring.
Such unconstant starts are we like to have as this of Kent's banishment.
Pray you let us hit together. If our father carry authority with such disposition as he bears, this last surrender of his will but offend us.
We shall further think on it.
We must do something, and in the heat.
Thou nature art my goddess, to thy law my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me? For that I am some 12 or 14 moonshines lag of a brother. Why, bastard? Wherefore base? When my dimensions are as well compact, my mind as generous, and my shape as true as honest madam's issue. Why they brand us with base, with baseness, bastardy, base. Base, who in the lusty stealth of nature take more composition and fierce quality than doth within a dull, stale, tired bed, go to the creating a whole tribe of fops, got tween asleep and awake. Well, legitimate Edgar, I must have your land. Our father's love is to the bastard Edmund as to the legitimate. Fine word, legitimate. Well, my legitimate, if this letter speed and my invention thrive, Edmund the Base shall taught the legitimate. I grow, I prosper. Now, God, stand up for bastards!
Kent banished thus, and France in collar parted, and the king gone tonight, all this done up on the gad. How now, Edmund? What news?
So please your lordship, none.
If I so eagerly put you up that letter.
I know no news, my lord.
What paper were you reading?
Nothing, my lord.
No, what needed that terrible dispatch of it into your pocket then? Come, let's see. If it be nothing, I shall not need spectacle.
I beseech you, sir, pardon me. It is a letter from my brother that I have not all read, and for so much as I have perused, I find it not fit for your looking.
Give me the letter, sir.
I hope for my brother's justification, he wrote this as but an essay, or taste of my virtue.
I begin to find an idle and fond bondage in the oppression of aged tyranny. Come to me that of this I may speak more. If our father would sleep till I waked him, you should enjoy half his revenue forever and live the beloved of your brother Edgar. Huh? Conspiracy. Sleep till I wake. Enjoy half his revenue forever. When came you to this? Who brought it?
It was not brought me, my lord. There's the cunning of it. I found it thrown into the casement of my closet.
Oh, villain, villain, unnatural villain, unapprehended, abominable villain. Where is it?
I do not well know, my lord. I dare pawn down my life for him that he hath writ this to feel my affection to your honor and to no other pretense of danger.
Thinkst thou so?
If your honor judge it meet, I will place you where you shall hear us confer of this.
He cannot be such a monster.
Nor is not sure.
To his father, who so tenderly and entirely loves him, heaven and earth. Edmund, seek out this villain. Frame the business after your own wisdom.
I will seek him, sir, presently.
Oh, these late eclipses of the sun and moon do board no good to us. Nature finds itself scourged. Friends fall out, love cools, brothers divide, and the bond cracked betwixt son and father. This villain of mine comes under the prediction. There's son against father. The king falls from bias of nature. There's father against child. Seek out this villain, Edmund. It shall lose thee nothing, but do it carefully. And the noble and true-hearted Kent banished. His offense, honesty. 'Tis strange.
This is the excellent foppery of the world, that when we are sick in fortune, often the surfeit of our own behavior, we make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, and stars, as if we were liars, drunkards, and adulterers by an enforced obedience of planetary influence, and all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. My father compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under Ursa Major, so that it follows I am rough and lecherous. I should have been, that I am, had the maiden Leah star in the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing. Pat, he comes like the catastrophe of the old comedy. Oh, these eclipses do portend these divisions. Oh, Fala, so mean.
Oh, now, Brother Edmund, what serious contemplation are you in?
I'm thinking, brother, of a prediction I read the other day, what should follow these eclipses.
Do you busy yourself with that?
I promise you, the effects he writes of succeed unhappily as of unnaturalness between the child and the parent.
How long have you been a sectary astronomical?
When saw you my father last?
The night gone by.
Spake you with him?
Aye, 2 hours together.
Parted you in good terms. Found you no displeasure in him by word nor countenance?
None at all.
Bethink yourself wherein you may have offended him, and at my entreaty forbear his presence until some time hath qualified the heat of his displeasure.
Some villain hath done me wrong.
That's my fear. Retire with me to my lodging, from whence I will fitly bring you to hear my lord speak. Now pray you, go. There's my key. If you do stir abroad, go armed.
Armed, brother?
Brother, I advise you to the best. I am no honest man, if there be any good meaning towards you. Pray you, away.
Shall I hear from you anon?
I do serve you in this business. A credulous father and a brother noble, on whose foolish honesty my practice is right easy. Oh, I see the business. Let me, if not by birth, have lands by wit. all with me's meat that I can fashion fit.
Did my father strike my gentleman for chiding of his fool?
Aye, madam.
By day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes into one gross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it. His nights grow riotous and himself upbraids us on every trifle. When he returns from hunting, I will not speak with him. Say I am sick. If you come slack of former services, you shall do well. The fault of it I'll answer.
He's coming, madam. I hear him.
Put on what weary negligence you please, you and your fellows. I'd have it come to question. If he distaste it, let him to my sister, whose mind and mine I know in that are one. I know, man. Now by my life, old fools are babes again, and must be used with checks as flatteries when they are seen abused. Remember what I have said.
Well, madam.
I'll ride straight to my sister to hold my course. Prepare for dinner.
But as well are other accents borrow that can my speech diffuse. My good intent may carry through itself to that full issue for which I raised my likeness. Now banished Kent, if thou canst serve where thou dost stand condemned, so may it come thy master whom thou lovest shall find thee full of labors.
Let me stay not a jot for dinner. Go, get it ready. How now? What art thou?
A man, sir.
What dost thou profess?
I do profess to be no less than I seem. To serve him truly, that will put me in trust. To fear judgment, to fight when I cannot choose, and to eat no fish.
What wouldst thou?
Service.
Who wouldst thou serve?
You.
What services canst thou do?
I can keep honest counsel. Run. Ride. Mar a curious tale in telling it, and deliver a plain message bluntly.
Follow me. Thou shalt serve me, if I like thee no worse after dinner. Dinner! Oh, dinner! Where's my knave? My fool! You, sir, where's my daughter?
So please you.
What says the fellow there? Call the clock pole back! Where's my fool? Oh! I think the world's asleep. How now? Where's that mongrel?
He says, my lord, your daughter is not well.
Why came the slave not back to me when I called him?
My lord, I know not what the matter is, but to my judgment, your highness is not entertained with that ceremonious affection as you were wont.
Ha! Sayest thou so? I'll look further into it. You! Tell my daughter I would speak with her. And you call hither my fool. And you, sir, you! Come you hither, sir. Who am I, sir?
My lady's father.
My lady's father, my lord's knave? You whoreson dog! You slave, you cur!
None of these, my lord, I beseech your pardon.
Do you bandy looks with me, you
I'll
rascal?
not be strucken, my lord.
Nor tripping either, you base football player.
Now service me, fellow, and I'll love thee.
Come, sir, rise away. I'll teach you differences. Away, away. Go to, have you wisdom. So,
Now, my friendly knave, I thank thee. There's earnest for thy service.
Let me hire him too.
How now, my pretty knave? How dost thou?
Sirrah, thou would best take my coxcomb.
Why, my boy?
Why? For taking one's part that's out of favor. How now, nuncle? Would I had 2 coxcombs and 2 daughters.
Why, my boy?
But if I gave them all my living, I'd keep my coxcombs myself. Here's mine. Beg another of thy daughters.
Heed thee, sirrah, the whip.
Truth's a dog must kennel. He must be whipped out when the lady Bratch might stand by the fire and stink.
A pestilent gall to me.
Sirrah, I'll teach thee a speech.
Do.
Mark it, nuncle. Have more than thou showest, set less than thou knowest, speak more than thou showest, set less than thou throwest. Leave thy drink in thy whore, and keep in the door, and thou shalt have more than 2/10 to a score.
this is nothing, fool.
Well, then 'tis like the breath of an unfeed lawyer, you gave me nothing for it. Can you make no use of nothing, nuncle?
Why, no, nothing can be made out of... Nothing?
Now thou art an O without a figure. I am better than thou art now. I am a fool. Thou art nothing.
A bitter fool.
The Lord that counselled thee to give away thy land, come place him here by me. Do thou for him stand. The sweet and bitter fool will presently appear. The one in motley here, the other found out there.
Dost thou call me fool boy?
All thy other titles thou hast given away. That thou wast born with.
This is not altogether fool, my lord.
Nay, faith, lords and great men will not let me have monopoly. Nuncle, give me an egg, and I'll give thee 2 crowns.
Oh, what 2 crowns would they be?
Why, after I have cut the egg in the middle and eat up the meat, the 2 crowns of the egg. When thou clevest thy crowns in the middle and gavest away both parts, thou borest thine ass on thy back o'er the dirt. Thou hast little wit in thy bald crown when thou gavest thy golden one away. Fools have ne'er less grace in a year, but wise men have grown foppish. They know not how their wits to wear, their manners are so apish.
When were you wont to be so full of song, sirrah?
I have used it, nuncle, ere since thou madest thy daughters thy mothers. But whence thou gavest them the rod and putst down thine own breeches, then they for sudden joy did weep, and I for sorrow sung, that such a king should play Bo Peep and go the fools among. Prithee, nuncle, keep a schoolmaster that would teach thy fool to lie. Fain would learn to lie.
And thou lie, we'll have thee whipped.
I marvel what kin thou and thy daughters are. They'll have me whipped for speaking true, thou'lt have me whipped for lying, and sometimes I'm whipped for holding my peace. I would rather be any kind of thing than a fool, but I would not be thee, nuncle. Thou hast spared thy wit on both sides, and left nothing in the middle. Here's one of the pairings.
How now, daughter? What makes that frontlet on? You are too much of late in the frown.
Oh, thou wast a pretty fellow when thou hadst no need to care for her frowning. Nay, forsooth, I'll hold my tongue, so your face bids me, though you say nothing. Mum, mum. That's a Shield peace card.
Not only, sir, this, your old license fool, but other of your insolent retinue do hourly carp and quarrel, breaking forth in rank and not to be endured riots. Sir, I had thought by making this well known unto you to have found a safe redress, but now grow fearful by what yourself too late have spoken done, that you protect this course and put it on by your allowance.
For you know, nuncle, the head sparrow fed the cuckoo so long that its head and head bit off by a jung. And then out with the candle, and we were left darkling.
Are you our daughter?
Come, sir, I would you would make use of your good wisdom, whereof I know you are fraught, and put away these dispositions which of late transport you from what you rightly are.
Does any here know me? This is not Lear. Does Lear walk thus? Speak thus? Where are his eyes? Who is it can tell me who I am?
Lear's shadow.
Thy name, fair gentlewoman.
This admiration, sir, is much of the savor of other your new pranks. I do beseech you understand my purposes aright. As you are old and reverend, should be wise. Here you do keep 100 knights and squires, men so disordered, so debauched and bold, that this our court, infected with their manners, shows like a riotous inn. Epicurism and lust make it more like a tavern or a brothel than a gross palace. The shame itself does speak for instant remedy. Then be desired by her, that else will take the thing she begs, a little to disquantity your trade, and the remainders that shall still depend to be such men as may besort your age, which know themselves and you.
Devils and darkness. Saddle my horses. Call my train together. Degenerate bastard, I'll not trouble thee. Not yet have I left a daughter.
You strike my people, and your disordered rabble make servants of their
Woe
betters.
to he that too late repents. Is it your will? Speak, sir. Prepare my horses.
Pray, sir, be patient.
Tested kite, thou liest. My train are men of choice, and rarest part, who in the most exact regard support the worships of their name. Oh, to small fault how ugly didst thou in Cordelia show. Oh, Lear, 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 beat at thy gate, that let thy folly in and thy dear judgment out. Go, go, my people.
My lord, I am guiltless, as I am ignorant of what hath moved you.
It may be so, my lord. Here, nature. Here, dear goddess, here. Suspend thy purpose. If thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful, into her womb convey sterility, dry up in her the organs of increase, and from her derogate body never spring a babe to honor her, or, if she must deem, create her child of spleen, that it may live and be a thwart, disnatured torment to her. Let it stamp wrinkles in her brow of youth, turn all her mother's laughter and joy into contempt and sorrow, that she may see how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Away!
Now, gods that we adore, whereof comes this?
Never afflict yourself to no more of it, but let his disposition have such scope as dotage gives it.
What? 50 of my followers and a clap within a fortnight.
What's the matter, sir?
I'll tell you, I am ashamed that thou hast the power to shake my manhood thus. Old fond eyes, beweep this cause again, I'll pluck thee out. Let it be so. I have another daughter, who I am sure is kind and comfortable, and when she shall hear this of thee, with her nails she'll flay thy wolfish visage. Thou shalt see that I will resume the shape that thou dost think I have cast off forever.
Do you mock that?
I cannot be so partial, Goneril, to the great love I bear you.
Are you content? One on one, who? You knaves and fool, after your master.
Uncle Lear, tarry! Take the fool with thee!
This man have had good counsel. 100 knights! 'Tis politic and safe to let him keep it point. 100 knights! Yes, that on every dream, each buzz, each fancy, each complaint this like, he may guard his doted with their powers and hold our lives at mercy. Oswald, I say!
Well, you may fear too far.
Safer than trust too far. I have writ my sister. If she sustained him in his 100 knights when I showed the unfitness. Oh, no, Oswald, what? Have you writ that letter to my sister?
Aye, madam.
Take you some company and await a horse. Inform her full of my particular fear. Get you gone and hasten your return. No, my lord. This milky gentleness and course of yours are much more at task for want of wisdom than praise for harmful mildness.
How far your eyes may pierce, I cannot tell. Striving to better, oft we mar what's well.
Nay then.
Well, the event.
Go you before with these letters. If diligence be not speedy, I shall get there before you.
I will not sleep, my lord, till I have delivered your letter.
Shalt see that thy other daughter will use thee kindly. Though she's as like this as a crab's like an apple, yet I can tell what I can tell.
What canst thou tell, boy?
That she will smell as like this as a crab does to a crab. Thou canst tell why one's nose stands in the middle on his face?
No.
Why, to keep one's eyes on either side his nose, so that what a man might not sniff out, he may spy into.
I did her wrong.
Thou canst tell how an oyster makes his shell?
No.
Nor I neither. But I know why a snail has a house.
Why?
To put his head in and not to give it away to his daughters and leave his horns without a case.
I shall forget my nature.
The reason why the 7 stars are no more than 7 is a pretty reason.
Because they are not 8.
Yes, indeed. Thou wouldst make a good fool.
To take again perforce! Monster ingratitude!
If thou wert my fool, nuncle, I'd have thee beaten for being old before thy time.
Why is that?
Thou shouldst not have been old, till thou hadst been wise.
Let me not be mad. Not mad, sweet heaven, keep me in temper. I would not be mad! How now? The horse is ready?
Ready, my lord.
Come, my boy.
She that's a maid now and laughs at my departure shall not be a maid long unless things be cut shorter.
Safety, Kieran.
And you, sir. I have been with your father and given him notice that the Duke of Cornwall and Regan, his Duchess, will be here with him this night.
How comes that?
Nay, I know not. Have you heard the whispered news? I mean the whispered ones. They are abroad.
Not I. Pray you, what are they?
Have you heard of no likely wars toward twixt the Dukes of Cornwall and Albany?
Not a word.
You may do then in time. Fare you well, sir.
The Duke be here tonight, the better, the best. This weaves itself perforce into my business. My father hath set guard to take my brother, and I have one thing but a queasy question, which I must act. Briefness and fortune work. Brother, a word to say! Brother, I say! Sir, my father watches this place. Sir, you gotta fly this place. Intelligence is given where you are hid. Have you not spoken against the Duke of Cornwall? He's coming hither now, the night in the haste, and Regan with him. Have you nothing said upon his party against the Duke of Albany? Advise yourself!
I am sure on it, not a word!
I hear my father coming. Pardon me, in cunning, I must draw my sword upon you. You come before my father! Light ho! Here! My brother! Torches! Torches! So farewell. Some blood drawn on me would beget opinion. Father! Ah, father, father, stop! Stop, no help!
Now, Edmund, where is this villain?
Here stood he in the dark.
Where is he?
Look, sir, I bleed.
Where is the villain, Edmund?
He fled this way when by no means he could.
Go after, pursue. By no means what?
Persuade me to the murder of your lordship. Seeing how loathly opposite I was to his unnatural purpose, he charges home mine unprovided body, lashed mine arm, and when he sought my best alarum, spirits roused to the encounter full suddenly he fled.
Oh, let him fly far. He shall not remain in this land uncaught. And when found, dispatch. He that conceals him, death. The Duke's trumpets, I know not why he comes. All ports I'll bar, the villain shall not escape. The Duke must grant me that. And of my land, loyal and natural boy, I'll work the means to make thee capable.
Hail to my noble friend. Strange news.
If they be true, all vengeance comes too short, which can pursue the offender. How dost, my lord?
Oh, madam, my poor old heart is cracked,
What? Did my father's godson seek your life? He whom my father named, your Edgar.
Oh, lady, shame would have it hid.
Was he not companion with the riotous knights that tended late upon my father?
Oh, I know not. Oh, 'tis too bad, too bad.
Yes, madam, he was of that consort.
No marvel then, though he were ill affected. 'Tis they have put him on the old man's death, to have the expense and waste of his revenues. I have this present evening from my sister been well informed of them, and with such cautions, that if they come to sojourn at my house, I'll not be there.
Nor I assure thee, Regan. Edmund, I hear you have shown your father a childlike office.
It was my duty, sir.
He did bewray his practice and receive this hurt, you see, striving to apprehend him.
Is he pursued?
Aye, my good lord.
If he be taken, he shall never more be feared of doing harm. For you, Edmund, whose virtue and obedience hath this instant so much commended itself, you shall be ours. Natures of such deep trust we shall much need, you we first seize on.
Sir, I shall serve you truly, however else.
For him I thank your grace.
You know not why we came to visit you.
Thus out of season, threading dark-eyed night, occasions, noble Gloucester, of some prize, wherein we must have use of your advice. Our father he hath writ, so hath our sister, of differences, which I best thought it fit to answer from our home.
I serve you, madam. Your graces are right welcome.
friend? Art of this house?
Aye.
Where may we set our horses?
In the mire?
Prithee, if thou lovest me, tell me.
I love thee not.
Why dost thou use me thus? I know thee not.
Fellow, I know thee.
What dost thou know me for?
A knave, a rascal, an eater of broken meats, a base, proud, shallow, beggarly, three-suited, 100-pound filthy worsted, stalking knave,
sir.
a lily-livered, whore-sun, glass-gazing, super-serviceable, finical rogue, one that wouldst be abhorred in way of good service, and art nothing but the composition of a knave, beggar, coward, pander, and son and heir of a mongrel bitch.
Why, what a monstrous fellow art thou, thus to rail on one that is neither known of thee nor knows thee.
What a brazen-faced varlet art thou to deny thou knowest me? Is it 2 days since I tripped up thy heels and beat thee before the king? Draw, you rogue! You whore-son colony barbermonger! Draw!
Oh, away! I have nothing to do with thee! Help! Oh, murder, help!
Strike, slave! Stand, you rogue! Stand, neat slave! Strike!
Oh! Oh! Oh!
With you, Goodman boy, if you please. Come, Malfishy. Come on, young master.
Well, but what is the matter here?
Keep peace upon your lives! He dies, then strikes again. What is the matter?
Messengers from my sister and the king.
What's your difference? Speak.
I am scarce in breath, my lord.
No marvel! You have so bestirred your valor, you cowardly rascal. Nature disclaims in thee. A tailor made thee.
Thou art a strange fellow. A tailor make a man.
A tailor, sir. A stonecutter or a painter could not have made him so ill.
Speak yet. How grew your quarrel?
This ancient ruffian, sir, whose life I've
Thou
spared.
whoreson Zed! Thou unnecessary letter! My lord, if you will give me leave, I will tread this unbolted villain in a mortar and dog the walls of a jail with him.
Peace, Cyril, you beastly knave! Know you no reverence.
Plague upon your epileptic visage! Smile you my speeches as I were a fool? Goose, if I had you upon Sarum Plain, I'd drive you cackling home to Camelot.
Art thou mad, old fellow?
How fell you out? Say that.
No contraries hold more antipathy than I and such a knave.
Why dost thou call him a knave? What is his fault?
His countenance likes me not.
And no more perchance does mine, nor his, nor hers.
Sir, it is my occupation to be plain. I have seen better faces in my time than stands on any shoulder I see before me at this instant.
This is some fellow. Having been praised for bluntness doth affect a saucy roughness. He cannot flatter. He in honest mind and plain, he must speak truth, and they will take it so, if not he's plain.
Sir, in good sooth, in sincere verity, under the allowance of your great aspect, whose influence like the wreath of radiant fire on flickering Phoebus' front.
What mean'st by this?
To go out of my dialect which you discommend so much.
What was the offense you gave him?
I never gave him any.
Fetch forth the stocks. You stubborn ancient knave, you reverent braggart, we'll teach you.
Sir, I'm too old to learn. Call not your stocks for me. I serve the king.
Fetch forth the stocks. As I have life and honor, there he shall sit till noon.
Till noon, till night, my lord, and all night, too.
But madam, if I were your father's dog, you should not treat me so.
Sir, being his knave, I will.
Come, bring away the stocks.
Oh, my lord, I do beseech him not to do so. The king, his master, must needs take it ill.
I'll answer that.
My sister may take it much more worse to have her gentleman abused, assaulted for following her affairs, put in his legs.
Come. Come, my lord.
Away!
I am sorry for thee, friend. It is the Duke's pleasure, whose disposition all the world well knows will not be rubbed nor stopped. I'll entreat for thee.
Pray do not, sir. I have watched and traveled hard. Sometime I shall sleep out. The rest I'll whistle. A good man's fortune may grow out at heels. I give you good morrow.
The Duke's to blame in this. 'Twill be ill taken.
Approach thou, beacon, to this under globe, that by thy comfortable beams I may peruse this letter. It's from Cordelia, who hath most fortunately been informed of my obscured course. and shall find time from this enormous state seeking to give losses their remedies. All weary and all watched, take vantage, heavy eyes, not to behold this shameful lodging. Fortune, good night! Smile once more! Turn thy wheel.
I heard myself proclaimed, and by the happy hollow of a tree escaped the hunt. No port is free, no place that guard and most unusual vigilance does not attend my taking. Whilst I may escape, I will preserve myself, and am bethought to take the basest and most poorest shape that ever penury and contempt of man brought near to beast. My face I'll grime with filth, blanket my loins, elf all my hairs in knots, and with presented nakedness outface the winds and persecutions of the sky. The country gives me proof and precedent of bedlam beggars who with roaring voices strike in their numbed and mortified arms pins, wooden pricks, nails, sprigs of rosemary. Poor Darligod, poor Tom. That's something yet. Edgar, I nothing am.
Strange that they should so depart from home.
Hail to thee, noble master.
Ha! Makest thou this shame thy pastime?
No, my lord.
Thou wearest cruel garters.
What's he that hath thy place so much mistook to have set thee here?
Is both he and she your son and daughter?
No.
Yes.
No, I say.
I say yea.
By Jupiter, I swear, no.
By Juno, I swear aye.
They would not do it. They durst not do it. They could not do it.
My lord, when at their home I did commend your highness letters to them. Ere I was risen from the place came there a reeking post, stewed in his haste, half breathless, panting forth from Goneril his mistress salutations. Delivered letters, which presently they read, gave me cold looks, straight took course, commanded me to follow. And meeting here the other messenger, whose welcome I perceived had poisoned mine, being the very fellow which of late displayed so saucily against your highness, having more man than wit about me drew. He raised the house with loud and coward cries. Your son and daughter found this trespass worth the shame which here it suffers.
Winter's not gone yet if the wild geese fly that way.
How this mother swells toward my heart. Where is this daughter?
With the earl, sir, here within.
Follow me not. Stay here.
Made you no more offense but what you speak of?
None. How chance the king comes with so small a number?
And thou hast been set in the stocks for that question, thou hadst well deserved it.
Why, fool?
All that follow their noses are led by their eyes, but blind men. And there's not a nose among 20 but can smell him that's a-stinking. Let go thy hold when a great wheel rolls down a hill, lest it break thy neck with following it.
Where learned you this, fool?
Not in the stocks, fool.
They denied to speak with me. They are sick. They are weary. They have traveled all the night. Fetch me a better answer.
My dear lord, you know the fiery quality of the Duke.
Vengeance, plague, death, confusion, fiery. What quality? Why, Gloucester? Gloucester, I'd speak with the Duke of Cornwall and his wife.
My good lord, I have informed them so.
Informed them? Dost thou understand me, man?
Yes, my good lord.
The king would speak with Cornwall. The dear father would with his daughter speak. Commands 10 service. Have they been informed of that? Breath and blood. Fiery. The fiery Duke. Tell the hot Duke. No. But not yet. Maybe he is not well. Well, forbear. Death on my state. Wherefore should he sit here? This act persuades me that this remotion of the Duke and hers is practice only. Tell the Duke and his wife I'd speak with them now, presently. Bid them come forth and hear me, or at their chamber door I'll beat the drum till it cries sleep to death.
I would have all will betwixt you.
Oh me, my heart, my rising heart, put down.
Cry to it, nuncle, as the cockney did to the eels when she put them in the pastry alive. She napped them of the coxcombs with a stick and cried, "Down, muttons, down!" 'Twas her brother that in pure kindness to his horse sputtered his hay.
Good morrow to you both.
The hell to your grace.
I am glad to see your highness.
Regan, I think you are. Are you free there?
Aye.
Some other time for that. Beloved Regan, thy sister's not. Regan, she hath tied such sharp-toothed unkindness like a vulture here. I can scarce speak to thee. Thou wilt not believe with how depraved a quality. Oh, Regan.
Pray you, sir, take patience. I have hope you less know how to value her desert than she to scant her duty.
Say, how is that?
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation. If, sir, perchance she hath restrained the riots of your followers.
My curses on her!
Oh, sir, you are old. Nature in you stands on the very verge of his confine. You should be ruled and led by some discretion that discerns your state better than you yourself. Therefore, I pray you that to our sister you do make return. Say you have wronged her.
Ask her forgiveness? Do you but mark how this becomes the house? Dear daughter, I confess I am old. Age is unnecessary. On my knees I vouchsafe you. I beg bread and food.
Good sir, no more. These are unsightly tricks. Return you to my sister.
Never, Regan. She hath abated me of half my train, looked black on me, struck me with her tongue. All this stored vengeances of heaven fall on her in grateful top. Strike her young bones, ye taking airs with lameness.
Fie, sir, fie.
Bless God, so will you wish on me when the rash mood is on.
Regan, thou shalt never have my curse. Thy tender-hearted nature will not give thee o'er to harshness. Her eyes are fierce, thine do comfort and not burn. 'Tis not in thee, thy half of the kingdom. Thou hast not forgot wherein I thee endowed.
Good sir, to the purpose.
Who put my man in the stocks? Oh, Regan, I have good hope. Thou didst
Sarah,
not
is your lady
know of
come?
it. What, who comes here? Oh, gods, if you do love old men, send down and take my part. Are not ashamed to look upon this beard? Oh, Regan, will you take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? All's not offense that indiscretion finds, and dotage terms so.
Oh, sides, you are too tough. Do you yet hold? How came my man in the stocks?
I set him there, sir, but his own disorders deserve much less advancement.
You. Did you?
I pray you, Father, being weak, seem so. If till the expiration of your month you will return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train, come then to me.
Return with her? With 50 of my men dismissed? No! Rather I abjure all roofs and wage against the enmity of the air, be a comrade to the wolf and owl, necessity's sharp pinch. Return with her, persuade me rather to be of slave and a sumpter to this detested groom.
At your choice, sir.
I prithee, daughter, do not make me mad. I'll no more trouble thee, my child. Farewell, we'll no more meet, no more speak with each other. Yet you are my flesh and my blood, my daughter, or rather a disease that is in my flesh. Mend when thou canst, be better at thy leisure. I can be patient. I will stay with Regan, I and my 100 knights.
Not altogether so. I looked not for you yet, nor am provided for your fit welcome. Give ear, sir, to my sister, for those that mingle reason with your passion must be content to think you old, and so... But she knows what she does.
Is this well spoken?
I dare avouch it, sir. What? 50 followers? Is it not well? What should you need of more? Yea, or so many, since that both charge and danger speak in so great a number. How? In one house should many people under two commands hold amity? 'Tis hard, almost impossible.
Why might not you, my lord, receive attendance from those that she calls servants, or from mine?
Why not, my lord? If then they chance to slack ye, we could control them. If you will, come to me, for now I spy a danger. I do beseech you to bring but 5 and 20. To no more will I give place or notice.
I gave you all.
And in good time you gave it.
Made you my guardians, my depositaries, but to keep a reservation of such a number. What? Come to you with 5 and 20. Regan said you so.
Say it again, my lord. No more with me.
Being not the worst stands in some rank of praise, I'll go with thee. Thy 50 doth double 5 and 20. Thou art twice the love.
Hear me, my lord. What need you 5 and 20? 10 or 5 to follow in a house where twice so many have a command to tend you?
What need 1?
Oh! Reason not the need! Oh, you heavens! Give me that patience! Patience I need! You see me here, you gods. A poor old man is full of grief, as age wretched in both. If it be you that stir these daughters' hearts against their father, then fool me not so much to bear it tamely. Touch me with noble anger, and let not women's weapons, water drops, stain my man's cheeks. No, you unnatural hags, I shall have such revenges on you both, that all the worlds, I shall do such things, what they be, yet I know not, but they will be the terrors of the earth. You think I'll weep? I'll not weep. I have full cause for weeping. But this heart shall break into 100,000 flaws, or I'll weep. Oh, fool, I shall go mad.
Let us withdraw. It will be a storm.
This house is little. The old man and his people cannot be well bestowed.
His own blame hath put himself from rest, and needs must taste his folly.
The king is in high rage.
Whither is he going?
He calls to horse, but will I know not whither.
As to give him way, he leads himself.
My lord, entreat him by no means to stay.
Alack, the night comes on, and the high winds do sorely ruffle. For miles around there's scarce a bush.
Oh, sir, to willful men, the injuries that they themselves procure must be their schoolmasters. Shut up your doors.
Shut up your doors, my lord. 'Tis a wild night. Regan counsels well shall come out of the storm.